Hello, my name's Kevin Delaney. I am head professional here at Thaden Boyce Golf Club. We are definitely into this time of the year where new clubs are getting released, and today we're looking at the Callaway Rogue ST driver. We're going to do a full review, so I'm going to hit some shots in the swing room here, and then we're going to take it on the course and have a look. Two. Right, so we are firmly into the time of year where we're getting new clubs released all the time. So we've had Callaway, TaylorMade, all of them starting to bring their stuff out, and this week or in the next week or so you're going to start seeing these things hitting the shelves, and with a bit of luck, unlike last year, you'll actually be able to order them and get your hands on these things quite quickly. So today we're looking at, let's bring it in there, the Callaway Rogue ST driver. So this is released. We're going to look in here, we're going to take it out on the course, we're going to do some swing shots, have a look and see what I think about the new club. Now, Callaway's always something that I've quite liked. I think they're a decent range of products. You know, Callaway Rogue, I'm interested to hit it, or at least Rogue ST, I'm interested to hit it. Now, this isn't a new name. Okay, so we've seen Callaway Rogue before, but this is the rejigged version of that club, and we're going to come to that. So, first things first, the review. Let's have a look at the head cover. Let's bring that in so that you can see that there. As you'd expect for an expensive driver, a premium head cover. I like the look of it, I like the colours. The one thing I don't like is the big number 1 on there, because you can tell that this is a driver. You don't need to put a number 1 on it, Callaway. It's not like you're going to have a head cover this size for your 3-wood, but I like it. Now, the colour scheme. So we are going with black with the little gold weights in the back there, and gold colouring with the chrome crown. Now, I quite like this. I thought that the Epic I liked as a club, but some people, the feedback that I got from it was the greens and the yellows, and that was a little bit garish at times. This is classic looking, it's nice dark colours. I like when you put it down, I like the sort of the gold half circle that you've got around the back and the way that the chrome looks. I like the club face, and generally I think like the colour scheme this year is spot on. Now, I dare say that you can do, you'll be able to do the customised drivers and stuff like that, so if you don't like the colour scheme, you'll be able to change it and do something that you do like. But no, for me, that's quite nice. Right, so today we're going to be testing this. So I've got the 10.5 degree Rogue ST Max. Now, they do a couple of other head options. So you've got a Rogue ST LS, which is the low spin one. They do a D, which is the draw bias one, so it's going to help you move the ball right to left. And they do an LS triple diamond, and that's for basically no one. That's the extremely low spin one. I'd be interested to see if anybody uses that, even on a tour level. Like it's going to deliver numbers that aren't going to suit a lot of people. So it's not something that you're necessarily going to see a lot of in the shops, and probably something that you're not going to try, because you would have to be an extremely strong player to be able to use that. Right, so I'm using the Max because this is the one that I think will be the better gaming club for a lot of people. I've got it in the tensile white in a stiff flex, and we're going to hit a few shots and have a look at it now. Okay, so my initial thoughts as I put that down. For me, the club head toes in a little bit. So when I say that, it just looks a little bit like it's a little bit toe biased, the toe drooping in. Now that's going to help you if you're struggling with fades and stuff. And the idea being that it just makes it a little bit easier to hit. Now I know from looking at them that the LS option does sit a fraction squarer, which to my eye is a little bit better. But this one, like a lot of clubs will toe in. Majority of people aren't going to be too bothered. Sort of putting it down on the ground there. Nice deep driver, so it's not like the sort of very deep face like you get with the Epic. The head sort of, it's that way behind it, nice and deep. So that's going to mean that you're going to have a greater moment of inertia, because they're going to pull weight further back in the head. And I would say, if you want to know what that means, please watch my video from a couple of weeks ago where I discussed sort of moment inertia and stuff. I'll put a link somewhere possibly up there so that you can do that. Right. So let's hit a few shots. Yeah, putting it down on the ground is nice. Right. Okay, so it's not a loud, very loud crash when you hit it. I quite like the sound of it. It's that sort of dull, almost thud-like from it, which I like. Slightly high spin in there, so I'm guessing that I didn't hit that one quite well. but still getting it out there. Right, so we are using Prov ones. So we're using Prov ones on the SkyTrak launch monitor to get these numbers, and let's hit a few shots. Again, absolutely no complaints with the flight there. Absolutely arrow straight. Yeah. And again, consistent, slightly higher spin than I'd possibly like, but no, good shots. Right. Okay, so my initial thoughts there after hitting a few shots, I like it. It does seem to spin a little bit more than my current driver, sort of, which is interesting. But this necessarily isn't the one that I would use, but you know, it's a little bit spinny. So we're going to take it out on the course and have a look and see how this actually performs in the real world. Right, so first hole here, first shot on the course with the new Rogue ST driver. I'm really interested to see what it's going to be like. This is, I mean, it's a lovely day out here. It's nice and bright and sunny. It is a little bit windy, but and it's slightly into the wind. So let's see where this one goes. First shot. Yeah, nice. I like it. It's very much the same as like in the swing room there. It's not. I've got another ball, but it's not like the loudest sort of tingy noise that you're going to hear. It's that nice sort of dull, dead thud. But I like it. Let's hit another one and see if it's the same. So again. Yeah, it's very strong flight as well, I like that. Right, we'll go on to, we'll play a few more holes and have a look at a few more shots. Definitely with this, I mean, here I haven't taken out the LS, taken out the Max. I mean, as I put that on the floor, it's very much what I saw in the swing room, in that, for me, the toe sits in a little bit. Don't mind that. Personally, I prefer it to sit a little squarer, but the toe sits in a little bit. That's not a problem. Right, so let's try this one. So the interesting thing with the Callaway is that there was no real big, huge fanfare with the launch of this club for me. I mean, I think it's definitely, I mean, in terms of launching of new clubs this season, I think it's definitely 1-0 to TaylorMade, because they have nailed it with their driver, you know, bringing it out when Tiger was just on the way back and giving him the first club to take on tour, and the way that it stands out with this nice bright red face and stuff. Definitely works. And you know, watching a bit of golf over the last couple of weeks, I can't say that I've seen many of the players using the new Rogue ST on the course, which is surprising. I know, like, obviously with COVID and stuff, that it's been a bit difficult, and I think Callaway were planning to do a bit of a launch thing in Las Vegas a little while ago, which fell short. But then the marketing department really should have pulled their finger out and done something else, done a little bit more, because all you seem to see on social media is TaylorMade, 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 and Callaway have definitely lost ground and traction on that. But you know, I don't think that that's anything to do with the clubs. I don't know that until I put the two side by side that there's going to be a huge difference between the two. I'm really impressed with the Callaway. I am yet to try the Stealth. I'm yet to try some other new drivers that are coming out, but I think that the Callaway new driver, it's definitely an asset to the range. It is a very good club. Right, so this is going to be our last hole, teeing up from the 14th here. So this is the last one with the driver, and then we'll go back in and have a little look in the room. All right. That's a good drive. I mean, it's just straight round the corner, very easy to move the ball right to left, but with the toe slightly in, that's what I'm going to see. But I do like this club, yeah. Take it on the course as opposed to hitting the balls in the room, and that's why it's important to do that, because I saw something slightly different on the course. I felt like I was hitting it very well out there, like to get a nice strong piercing flight. In here I felt that it was sort of spinning a little bit more than I'd like, but definitely on the course it performed better. So I really like the driver. I think Callaway have dropped the ball a little bit with the marketing of the club, as I said. The you know, the stealth from TaylorMade has been extremely well marketed. It's, you know, is it a better driver? Don't know until you put them side by side. Will it outperform it? I'm not 100% sure, but marketing wise, 1-0 to TaylorMade, you've nailed it. Callaway, you need to raise your game slightly there. I think the thing with it to bear in mind is that you might look at it and say, okay, so this isn't dramatically different from any of the other Callaways that have been released over the couple of years. But why does it need to be? Have they taken a leaf out of Ping's book in terms of, you know, the G425 not being hugely different from the 410 or the 400? Because they've got a product that's really good and it just needs mild tweaking and innovating just to improve it slightly in its marginal gains. And they're being quite upfront and honest about that, Ping. And Callaway are doing the same thing by saying what they've taken from drivers over the last couple of years, and then taken the best bits of them and then slightly improved it a little bit and then put it into this one. So no, you're not going to see something that's you know, dramatically different in shape or name, but they're taking the best bits of the other drivers, putting it into this, and then giving you a product that is really good. And it is all only ever about marginal gains. So, and that's what I saw. Did I see a huge difference from the Epic to this? Well, certainly from looks, but performance-wise, not particularly. But it is a very easy driver to hit. Out of the middle, there's not a lot of difference between the Epic and this one. Off-centre shots, very, very good. It still goes. I mean, I like the driver. So, I mean, I would say get yourselves out there, get yourself a fitting if it's something that you are interested in, and compare it against a few of the other manufacturers to see what they're doing and see how it performs. But you might be surprised. This is a top club. Listen guys, if you like what you see, please make sure that you give the video the thumbs up, hit the subscribe button, and leave any comments below. Please hit the subscribe button. That really does help me out, leaving comments and thumbs up, because it's amazing when you look at these videos, the amount of people that watch them that aren't actually subscribed. So if you could subscribe, that would be fantastic.